Today, from Austin, Texas, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Austin Desperados taking on the Orlando Sentinels.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Orlando Sentinels and the Austin Desperados. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season and these two squads. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from the Texas Capitol. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Nine yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Yellow, 22.
On play action, they'll throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown! A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Sentinels use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Yeah. Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Orlando takes back over on offense. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Austin's offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They go play action here on first down. Dances by him. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll come out throwing here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Boston's offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Second and 5. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, That was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Desperados are an extra point away from drawing level. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's short. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
People got the popcorn, got the remote. Let's give him a show.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They'll look to throw now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
There's the stiff arm, and they're going to get this up to midfield. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go. 38.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ooh, the juke. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Boston's offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Orlando takes back over on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Set right, flat, 95.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So out comes the field goal team once more. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
You're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
He finds his man complete. That's McKinney. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's 2nd and 8. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 16. And he'll just get rid of it.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On now is the punter. So he's on to good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Second and 3. Open man completes it to Butler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Second and 11. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Sentinels are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Boston's offense ready to go again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something.
Heads up. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's short.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back to throw again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Desperados have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They'll look to throw here. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And that is what they needed, a first down and a big gain all the way to midfield as he's tackled right at the 50-yard line. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 1. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for our visitors, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.